So let's create the component here. So as I earlier said, component can be created by manually as well as by using Angular CLI. So I will explain both. So first let's create manually so that your concept will be more clear. And going forward we will create the component by using only Angular CLI. So I want to create the component called as the product component, right? So it's better to create a separate folder for the each component. So let's create a new folder within a app component, because app module will be the root module, right? So within a app component I will create a folder and give the name as a product. Then inside this product folder create a new file that will be our class file. I have already told you guys, in a component we have the main two parts, that is the metadata or decorator, and one is the TypeScript class file. So we will create the class file here. So give the name as product dot component dot ts, because we are writing the code in a TypeScript, that's why extension must be dot ts file. So let's enter. Now open the file. So you can see this is the blank file. So we are going to create our TypeScript class file. So let's create the class. I will give the name as a product and product component, opening and curly brace. So we have created the blank class, that is product component. So it is a naming convention we are going to use for the component, with the name of the component, and after the name attach the component word, so that is product component. Now I will append the class with another key, that is export. What is mean by export here? So once you have declared any class or component as a export, that means this component can be used in another component, right? So now we have created one exportable component. Now as I earlier said, until and unless we don't declare any decorator above this class, it's not a component, it's a simple class. If you want this class as a component, we have to define one decorator above this class. So what is that decorator name? @component. Let's import this component class from angular.cover. Now this will be the object, so I have to class inside curly braces. Now Angular will consider this class is not a simple class, but it's a component, because we have attached the decorator component above the class name. Okay, so guys, we have created the two basic fundamentals required for the creating the component. One is decorator and one is class. Now within a component we have three parts. First one is selector, then template, and third one styles. So guys, let's create the another file for the template, that is HTML file. So let's right click on this product folder and create the new file, that is product dot component dot html, because we are using the HTML here. So now I have created this product dot component dot html. So now let's open this our first file. Now first parameter within a component decorator is selector. As I earlier said, selector is nothing but the unique ID which used to identify this component, and this ID will be helpful to inject this component in another component. So it's good practice to give the name with app hyphen component name. So it's a product. So app hyphen product will be the selector for this component. I will show you how to use this selector to inject in another component. Now second one is template URL. So template URL is nothing but the path for our HTML file. HTML file will contain the code to display the UI for this particular component. So the path for the HTML file is nothing but product dot component dot HTML and enclose in a single bracket. Now the third one is style URL. This will be the array of the style sheet. So guys, styles URL is an optional field. So let's check whether it is working or not. So let me put some code inside HTML file. So let me create one text here within a h3. I will give the name I am in product component. I am in product component. Now let's check whether we are getting some error or not. So if you run this, we are getting this hi, hello, welcome. We are in a app component, means we have created successfully, there is no error. But how Angular knows this, right? We have to inject this component in app component. As earlier I said, there will be the one root component. So in our application, root component is nothing but the app component. So use the newly created product component, we have to inject this product component within a app component. And how to inject this? As I earlier said, we have to inject by using this selector. Now to use this as in our another component, we have to create the custom HTML tag with the name same as selector. So let's open the app component.html file, and within this create the custom HTML tag app product, and that's it. We have injected the product component within a app component. So let's recheck on a UI. Oh, still we didn't get the newly added text. So let's check in a console whether there is some error or not. Check. Let me refresh once again. No, we are not getting any error. So I think here we are getting the error in console here. Error occur in template component.app.component.o. So means Angular don't understand what is this tag app-product. While parsing the HTML file, it got the tag which we have added, that is app-product, but it is unable to understand what is this app-product tag. So because we don't have any component which registered with the Angular which has the selector app-product. You may have question, we have the already component with the name app-product, but guys, we have the product but we have not registered it with the Angular. So first of all we have to register the newly created component. So to register the newly created component, just open the app.module.ts file. So here we have to add the new entry for the newly created component within a declaration array. So add our newly created component, that is product component, and import this product component from product hyphen product dot component. Now let's recheck. So we are getting error in product component. So here I have done the one mistake, guys. So I have to append the dot here because it's in a similar same directory, right? So let me check. It is building compiling. So guys, it's compiled successfully. Let's check. So wow, we got your output. So first here you can find hello welcome. We are in a app component because it's we have written in a app.component.html file, and after that I am in a product component, means whatever the content of product.component html file, it's getting injected here, right? This tag it's getting replaced by the content of product.component.html. So guys, this is the one way we can inject our component in another component. So I will show you the another two way also. So where is this? Yeah. So now we have used this by using a custom HTML tag. Now I will show you by using a class method. So to create or declare as a class, just append with the dot key. So once we append the dot for this selector, it will work as a class. Let's correct on a component HTML file, because now we have used as a class. So to inject this component in another component using a class, let's create div and assign the class equal to f hyphen product. So I have created the new div and assign the class app product, the name of the selector, because we have declared the selector as a class, right? So let's check on a UI. Yes, now we got the output. That means it is working fine. First we have created the custom tag, and second time we have used as a class selector. Now third one is the property. So to use this selector as a property, let's surrounded by the round square bracket. Now to use this, let's use as a attribute. So here in I have used as a class, so instead of class I will simply use as a attribute app hyphen product. So this is the div tag, and I am using this app product as a attribute of this div. So now let's recheck on the UI. Wow, still we are getting the same output. That means we can inject the component by using a selector, and this selector can be created or written in a three ways. First one is the simple, that means we have to create the custom HTML tag. Second one is by using a class as a class, so just append the dot, and the third one as a property, so just surrounded by the round square bracket, and use in a or where you want to inject, just use as a attribute of any HTML tag. So that's the way we can inject our component in another component. Now we have done with the selector, right? Now the second one is template URL. So template URL is nothing but the URL of our HTML file for the component, right? So now we can write this HTML within our component ts file as well. That will be the inline HTML. So let me comment this here. Also you can give your HTML code. So let me copy the HTML of this our component. So here I have written the I am in a product component. So let me copy as it is and paste it here within a single code. I am in a product component, or I will written here I am in inline product component, and this is the single code. Now let's recheck on a UI. Yes, so I got the output as I am in inline product component, means even we have used as a inline HTML, it's giving out same output. So if you have the multiple lines of the code, then you can use the backticks here. So backticks adds the, you can find below the escape keyword, then backticks and here. Now you can write the code in a multiple line as well, like that. So let me recheck. Yes, we got the same output. That is the way we can use the template. You can use the external HTML file, or you can write the HTML code within a class as well. But I will recommended you guys, if you have the complex HTML code, go with the separate HTML file, or if you have the minimal code HTML code, then that time you can use the inline HTML as well. Now the third one is style URL. So style URL, it's nothing but the path for our CSS file. So let me create another class, sorry, another file. Let me create another file and give the name as product dot component dot css. So till we have created a three file. One is the product.component.ts file, that will be the class file. Then one is HTML file, and one is CSS file. So naming convention is the only extension is different. The name is the same, that is TS, HTML, and CSS. So now let me give the create a one class for I want whatever the text I will give, it will be in a blue color. So give me the class as a text C for the color, and I want this as a class text C class, and I want this to be used as a color blue, and I want font size as 50 pixel. So I have created the one CSS class, that is text C, and which has a color as a blue and font size as a 50 pixel. So let me, I want to use this class in my component, right? So to use this I have to link this CSS file first. So open the product.component.ts file, and here add our part to the CSS, that is product dot component dot css, right, and close this. Here also I have to give the one dot, control S, and it's building. Now it's compiling. It's compiled successfully, but I have not used this newly created class, right? So the class name I have given as a TextC. So let me copy this class, and I want to apply to this h3 tag, right? So here I will apply as a class equal to, within that I will give the TextC. So this text must be displayed in a blue color with font size of 50 pixel, right? So let's check on UI. Wow, we got our output. So what I have done, I have created one CSS file. Within that CSS file I have created one simple CSS class and apply the style properties, color and font size. Now to use this class I have injected this path of the CSS file, right? And now apply this class to this h3 tag. That's done, right? So now if you may have same question like what we have done for the templates URL, can we do it for the style URL as well? So answer is yes, you can write your inline CSS as well. So I will show you how to do this. So the key is style. So just remove the styles URLs, then colon. Here also we have specified the array. Now we have to use in a multiple lines, so use the backticks. And now within this we have to create our classes. So let me copy the same one and I have pasted here. So now I am using a inline styles, right? So let me comment here. So let me change this font to 100 pixel. It's reloading. Yeah, we got our output, means our inline CSS is also working. You may have question, can we use this both style URLs as well as inline CSS? So let me try with this also. So I am removing the comments, and now in our external CSS file I have the 50 pixel, and for the inline CSS I have the 100 pixel, right? Let me change the name also, it will be the red. So in inline CSS I have the color as a red, and for the external I have the color as a blue. So let's check. Wow, we are getting the output in a red color, means whenever we have the both external CSS as well as inline CSS, but the preference will goes to the inline CSS only. So that's all about this video class, guys. So we have done with the selector, then template URL and style URLs. We have seen the external HTML file as well as inline HTML. We have seen the external CSS as well as inline CSS. Then we have seen the how to inject or how to use this selector in three different ways, by using as a custom HTML tag, by using as a class, and by using as a attribute. So hope so guys you are clear with this. So in next video we will see how to add the bootstrap in our Angular project. Thank you.